Let's see if we can speak to the Western Cape Chief Director of Disaster Management, and that is Colin Deiner. Mr. Deiner, thank you for being with us. What is happening firstly at the moment?
Hi, good evening. Yeah, so at the moment we have got a bit of a break. We had a bit of rain this afternoon, quite a bit. It was quite a shower that we had in the city. It's moving east now. What we are expecting, obviously, is the cold weather to come in tonight, and obviously that is together with the wave forecast that we received. Those are really the challenges that we're looking towards going into the next couple of days. The rainfall, I think, is not going to be too much of a problem right now, not as bad as what we did have. But it's really the cold weather, the wind, and the wave heights that's going to be the situation that we are planning for right now.
Are you still expecting waves? We were hearing of up to 7 meters high. It sounds pretty high. And what do you do then? Do you move people away from the shoreline? What do you do?
Yeah, generally that's very much for people in the maritime system. So we would look at what areas might be affected. Obviously, there's a lot of weather warnings that go out to the people that are working on the ocean that are in those areas. We obviously work together with the National Sea Rescue Institute in ensuring that warnings go out to people to stay away. We don't necessarily evacuate people from those areas. Generally, the wave heights would not create a problem in that respect. But of course, the strong winds is really where the problem will be.
Yeah. So presumably, you and emergency service staffers are on high alert for the entire weekend.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when we get these weather warnings from weather services, and as Mpo explained, the level of the warning, we take that very seriously. We did it obviously a couple of weeks ago when we dealt with the flooding incident, and then we look at which areas will be affected, and all our emergency services. So that includes sea rescue, it includes the NGOs that work with us, our own emergency medical services, our fire and rescue services, all get prepared. And obviously, we then look at when we have to respond and try and do that as coordinated as possible.
From what you know and what you've seen before, is this weather possibly fatal, or are you sure if people are cautious, everything will be fine?
If people are cautious, we lost 2 people during the flood earlier in June. And, it's about warnings. It's about adhering and heeding warnings. If people are going to listen to the warnings, if they're going to carry out what is asked of them, we generally find it to be quite safe. So we know it's school holidays and people are moving around. People want to go and look at the snow, all those kind of things. But people need to be careful. We do deploy emergency services. We deploy traffic law enforcement, and they have the information. If they say to people, don't go into that area, and people heed those warnings, generally we get through these incidents without too many problems.
All right, thank you very much. Ahead of a weekend of rough weather, that was Chief Director of Western Cape Disaster Management, Colin Deiner.